This is a HeadGum podcast.
Here's a question. What is Care/of? Care of is a monthly subscription vitamin service made from effective, quality ingredients, personally tailored for your exact needs. So I got an email and they were like, take this quiz. So I took a quiz, super easy, super fun, super chill, lots of pictures, truly kept me engaged, bright colors, good for me. And it literally designed the vitamins that I should be taking. And truly, I read through it and I was like, this is right. I should be taking these vitamins. And there's tons of benefits to vitamins. So even if you try to maintain a healthy diet, guess what? It can be hard to get all those nutrients your body needs for long-term health. Vitamins also fill the important gaps that your body is missing from your diet. And get this, 90%. That's a lot of people. That's almost all the people. They fall short of the FDA recommended guidelines for at least one vitamin or nutrient. Also, the recommendations are built on clinical research with traditional medicine, with input from doctors and nutritionists. It includes individually wrapped packets with your specific vitamins and supplements for easy grab and go. Because you can't be shaking stuff out of bottles being like, what's this and the other thing? Nope, these are just wrapped up for you. And guess what? It costs about 20% less when compared to similar brands at drugstores and local health food stores. So for 25% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins, visit careof.com and enter the promo code DATEME for 25%. I'm saying it again because you might have missed it, but you get 25% of your first month of personalized vitamins via Care of. Visit takecareof.com. The promo code is DATEME. What a treat. You'll be swallowing big old vitamins in no time. Bye-bye. Why won't you date me? Why won't you date me? Why won't you date me? Please tell me why. I'm Nicole Byer, and this is my podcast. It's called Why Won't You Date Me? It's a podcast where I'm trying to figure out how I'm still single, even though I love sex and I love men and they make me happy. My guest today is wonderful. You know him from Tween Fest, Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal, the movie, Trying, Relationship Goals, Dove, hashtag Size Matters, Men Make a Choice, Comedy Bang Bang, UCB Originals, Fear 10 USA, Cubed, Boys Town, The New Brooklyn Nets, the 4:30 in the morning show, Movies in Real Life, Commentary on, College Humor Originals, Improv Everywhere, New York Culture Catalog, Chris Gethard, Public Access Show, In a New York Minute, Party on the 49th Floor, UCB Live, Just Originals, Misconnection, Stiff Jobs, Two Girls, One Cup, the show, and the UCBW as Tony Good Times. We have Dan Black.
Wow. I have a question. I don't know anything about that Two Girls, One Cup thing.
You don't?
Look, I'll do anything for money.
Sure.
I was in a recreation of Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah, as Sleazy Ted.
That seems like the stuff I book.
Yep.
It probably happened.
Sleazy Ted, Pimp One, a man named Tito, and a Just Original.
Yeah, that I know about.
That I know about. I love that you don't know about Two Girls, One Cup, the show.
I honestly don't know what that is.
Well, it was a show that you were on about Two Girls, One Cup.
I don't think I was on that. I don't think I was.
I don't know, man. It's on your IMDb professional page.
It was cool, and you're reading that down, and you're like, yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. You know, there's a lot of fun stuff I did. Those were my memories. Like, if I died right now, I'd be like, that was good.
We went through all of your professional memories.
I'd be like, that was an okay life.
I think maybe once a day, all actors should go on IMDb and read their resume out loud.
Do you think when actors die, instead of their life flashing before them, their parts?
It's just parts?
It's just they're under fives?
Oh, they're under fives. That would be so funny. That's great. So, Dan Black,
That is great.
you are a married man.
Yeah.
I was at
I
your
apologize
wedding.
for not bringing my wife. I know.
No,
She was
is
the main
fine.
attraction. I get
She
it.
was not the main attraction.
You've
I
made
was
it
just-
clear. You've made it clear.
Well, I also, if I was going to like invite both of you to be on it together, I would have emailed both of you.
Right.
But instead, I was like texting you, and I was just like, if she can come, she can come.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah. We'll come back with her. Because I consider, yeah. Anyway. I don't know how to conjugate. I don't know what I'm doing.
We'll come back with her. So I was at your wedding. It was a lovely,
Oh, thank you.
beautiful ceremony. Your mom looked incredible. Jamie's mom looked great. Everyone looked great. I don't know why I picked those two people to say they look great.
That's okay.
But your
My
mom
dad's
is so
offended.
funny. Your dad is also so funny. Your family's great. I love them. But you and Jamie have been dating since I've known you in New York.
Yeah.
So that's like 6 years, 7 years. How long have
Yeah.
you guys been together?
It's like 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you meet? You met at a show.
We met in LA, actually, even though
Oh.
we both lived in New York, actually. We were guests on a podcast.
Really?
I swear. In
You
Nicole
all-
Shabtai's old house.
Really?
Yeah. It was Rob Stern's podcast.
Uh-huh.
It's called Pass the Carrots. Jamie was herself being interviewed as like a stand-up. And then I like came on and played a character. But the weird thing about it is that like I had a very loose invite to be on the show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like kind of like Jamie today, you know? And I kind of was like in traffic and wasn't sure I was going to make it. I was staying in Santa Monica. By the way, this is my first time ever coming to LA. I'd never stepped
Why
foot
were you staying in Santa Monica?
because I was staying with my friend and I had no idea how far the things I needed to do were.
Yeah.
You know?
You didn't know that everything you were going to do was going to be on the east side.
Well, first thing I did, I got off the plane and I got into a taxi to go to my friend Nicole's house where I would eventually meet my wife, my future wife at this point. You follow
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
And that was condescending but fun. And
I'm following, Dan.
yeah. Are you picking up on this?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. And so I get in the taxi and I'm like, all right, we'll be there. And the taxi ride was, I think, $150. I probably landed during, I had no idea. I just kept watching it go up and go up. And, hey, how close are we? What is it like you, because it was metered, you know? And literally it's like, what is this? Mm-hmm. And I had no idea how sprawling LA was. I knew nothing. So I went there and I had my first meal in LA, which was at the Mustard Seed Cafe.
Mustard Seed's great.
A classic.
They've since renovated since that first time you went.
They have since renovated. They now have a beautiful glass in front of the register.
It's beautiful.
They have a spit guard for the register now.
Beautiful.
And so then I was staying in Santa Monica, so I was I stayed there and I had to come back to Nicole's house because that's where a couple people from the show I was doing were here staying. It was for the NYPD Sit Down and Shut Up Variety Hour.
Yes, a UCB show that ran from 2008 to 2010.
Yeah, it ran for a long time.
It's still running.
It's still running, and they're just switching out the cast. I come back, I do it, you
The
know.
longest running UCB show off Broadway.
I wonder what the longest running UCB show would be. ASCAT? I don't know. It's probably ASCAT, right?
It is
It wasn't
ASCAT.
as interesting as I hoped.
No,
it
it's
wasn't
ASCAT
as
because that's one of the first shows they did,
Yeah.
and it's still going.
Marquee show. It's a
Marquee show at the Upright
show.
Citizens Brigade Theater. If you don't know what UCB means, it's where Dan
So-
and I met.
Yeah, so I had this really loose invite to go there, and I'm in traffic, and I show up. I happened to show up right before they're recording, and so I record, and then Jamie was already there. She was the guest, and I hopped in as a character that I just improvised. And
Do you remember the character?
Yeah, I played Giovanni Domingo. Giovanni Domingo, he was the guy who got cut from the original cast of the Jersey Shore
Okay.
to be replaced by Snooki.
Okay, so
So he's the guy who thinks he could have been Snooki.
you're Vinny right now, and I'm Nicole.
Oh, no, Giovanni, man.
Oh wait, what's his name?
Giovanni Domingo.
Oh, where did I get Vinny from? Oh, because you said Jersey Shore, and I thought immediately of that Vinny man. So his name is Giovanni. Okay, you're Giovanni, and I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah, okay.
Hi,
sure.
Giovanni. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. You know, if I didn't get... Unfortunately, for me, I got cut... You heard what happened to me? I got cut from the Jersey
I
Shore.
heard
I'd be a
that-
millionaire right now.
You would be a millionaire.
Yeah, I wouldn't be working at Dwayne Reed.
You work at Dwayne Reed?
I work at Dwayne Reed.
A checkout guy or a stock guy?
I do. I kind of like. Was the stock guy, and then they switched me around because they can't really give me one responsibility.
Sure.
Because I'm a floater. Like, I'm a floating guy. I'm kind of like the heart of the Dwayne Reed, I would say.
Okay. What are you single or are you dating?
Right now, no. I'm looking.
You are? Are
I'm
you
looking.
on Tinder?
Tinder? At this point, it doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, so you're a period character.
Yeah, well, I thought we were going back to that moment. Okay, notice that my voice is very similar to this.
It's almost identical to your natural voice.
Yeah, I actually don't, to be honest, I don't remember anything this guy said. I don't remember, but it's in podcast form, so it's findable.
So it is findable.
It's findable.
What's his name again?
Giovanni Domingo.
I don't know why I want to keep calling him Vinny.
Because it's Italian.
Giovanni Domingo. What a funny name.
Giovanni
So,
Domingo. Yeah.
Jamie's pussy got wet when she heard Giovanni Domingo, a.k.a. Dan Black's voice, and she's like, I gotta date this guy.
I guess that's what happened.
Who asked who out? You asked her out?
I think so, yeah. We were hanging out. Like, she stayed longer after the podcast, and we were talking. She was here writing on Ridiculousness, that MTV show.
That's wild that they have writers.
Yeah.
That's the most insane sentence I've heard today.
Yeah, they do have writers. People are like, all right, well, this guy will fall down at this time. We'll show this clip. Yeah, but so she was writing over there, and it was her first writing job, and so she was like, yeah, I'm coming back to New York in like a couple months. So then after I had sent her an email, maybe a Facebook message. But I was not big on Facebook at that point, so now I'm huge.
Now you're huge. Dan Black, very big on Facebook.
Very big on Facebook.
Thousands of friends.
Yeah, I have so many friends, and I'm friends with all of them. Even the random people who friend me, I go out of my way to get to know them.
You get coffee with them. You know them in real life, so you know them on the Facebook.
I go to their weddings. I'll fly to a Facebook friend's wedding, a random Facebook friend's wedding.
Perfect.
Friend is not a word I take lightly. So then I sent her a message like, hey, when you're back in New York, let's meet up. And then when she was back in New York, she let me know, and then we hung out, and then that's it.
That's it. So how long did you date before she moved in with you? You and Shebs.
Hey, not to derail the question, but I want to say this. In the beginning, you're like, I don't know why I'm single. I want to say, I don't know why you're single either. That's bullshit. Well,
Dan,
it's bullshit.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So
yeah.
You don't know at all? You don't have any inkling?
No, you're great. You are great.
Thanks,
You're great. You're funny. Yeah, you're cool, successful. I mean, what else could you ask for?
I don't know.
It's just, yeah. But, all right, back to me. So, I think we covered that, right?
Yeah, sure.
I
Great.
think we yeah. So
we finished it. We're done with the podcast. It took
done?
11 minutes, and we're done.
I'll wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Do you have something you want to plug?
Yeah, I like to plug, Disappearance. I think it's some of my best work. And Comedians of Wrestling podcast, my podcast where I just dissect wrestling like a lunatic.
That is wild. What do you dissect, like matches? Is
no,
it
we
called
watch
a match?
Yeah, about.
No,
it's a match. They're matches. Yeah, yeah, they're matches.
I'd rather it be called a bout. And the next bout is starting in 2 minutes. Get ready for the bout.
the bout is a boxing term, I believe.
Do you watch boxing or just wrestling?
Just
Why
wrestling.
do you like wrestling so much?
I mean, simply put, it's man theater, but we are jumping around a little bit. But I'm going to keep in mind all the questions. It's man theater. Yeah.
Okay, so how long did you and Jamie date before she moved in with you and Shebs? Shebs is Dan Black's best friend.
Yeah. I think we dated, it was probably like, I want to say like 3 years.
You dated for 3 years before she moved in?
2 years. It is less than that. 2 years. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, something like that. I don't have that stuff. I don't have that like the time.
Okay, so how long have you guys been together?
Which I'm sure Jamie would give me shit for. What?
How long have you been together?
At this point, like 7 years.
Oof, that's such a long time. So you missed online dating.
I've missed the whole boat on it, that's why you said we're going to talk about Tinder. And then I'm like, yo, I got nothing to add to Tinder. Although I know that like as someone who completely missed the boat on Tinder, like it seems like terrifying to me. Like that's the thing that makes me feel old.
Yes.
is the thing that like I'm like not. That's a technology that I have no interaction with at all. And forget the technology, just the meetup aspect of like, hey, we're on Tinder, and like then we're actually gonna move it to real life.
Just continuous blind dates where
Right.
you swipe on someone, you create a false intimacy by texting or whatever, because you never call anybody. So you don't know if you're going to meet them and you're going to be like, hi, Nicole. And you're like, great. You sound like Mickey Mouse. You don't know. You don't know if they're going to actually look like their pictures. It is, you said it sounds scary, and I'll confirm. It is literally the most terrifying thing.
I mean, especially for like a woman, I think I would be. I mean, I'd be scared, but I guess as a guy, I'd be scared
you don't
also.
know what kind of crazy woman you're gonna meet. I mean, I will say I do meet men in a location that I'm comfortable with.
Right.
Very rarely do I let them pick the place. I always pick the place. I try to meet them not at their homes, but sometimes you just need to chomp on a dick and you don't want dinner. So then you go to their house and you just let someone know where you are.
So, okay, I want to dissect what you just said there.
Sure.
You're saying sometimes you need to chomp on a dick and you don't want dinner, meaning you're trying to not eat, like you're like I'm trying to watch what you're eating, or you mean like you're like, or you just mean like I don't feel like going to dinner.
It means I just want to have sex with you and I don't want to go to dinner.
Yeah. Because honestly, that would be a thing for me. I would be like, yo, right now I'm on this diet situation. Like I'm on my meal plan, and like, she wants to eat at 8, and I have to eat by 7. And I'd be like, I just want to chomp on that. I guess pussy would be what,
or dick, whatever. Dan.
How we do it. Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, and then you say chomp on a dick, which immediately I feel down in my penal region.
Sorry,
just being like a chomp.
I mean, just like get it in, have it.
But so you're saying a guy you talk to on Tinder? All right, so a guy you no judgments, by the way.
Oh, I don't care if you judge.
Okay, good. Then I will judge.
You can judge all you want
because I have the open door. I might as well. What's the point of judgment? Free judgment if you can't use it.
Judge me. So, I would love for you to judge me.
There are guys that you talk to them that night, and then you just go right to their house and you fuck them.
Yes.
Okay, and then you never talk to them again?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I guess that's the equivalent of like, there's definitely girls. When I was younger, I mean, I would talk to them at a bar. Then
that's a one night stand.
And it's a one night stand. Oh, there's a term for it. Yes,
the bar.
Right. So what's the difference, honestly?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because I feel like some people are like, ugh, that's gross. You're like fucking a stranger. But it's like, what do you think is happening when you meet a dude at a bar, you get drunk and you go home with them? I'm just taking out the expensive part of the equation.
Yes, the part of it that is not, I don't the part of it that I guess is weird, and this is probably some kind of problem with online dating, is like, I feel like I didn't have one night stands all the time. I would have like a per chance night where it was like I met this girl and kind of just like, and there'd be a lot of that talk of like, I don't normally do this routine. You know what I mean?
No, and whenever people say that, I'm like, let's stop lying right now.
Right. But I'm saying that for me, it would be honest. Like I didn't really like.
Well, how many one night stands have you had?
I haven't kept track of any.
You don't keep track of how many people you slept with?
No, I have no number for that.
Ooh, baby, I got a.
Is that normal?
I don't know. I may be abnormal. I have a Word document where I describe every sexual encounter I've ever had in detail.
That is unbelievable. Everyone, you know what cloud to hit next. I mean, look at the doc. The doc.
You know what cloud?
You guys know what if you want to fap, you know what cloud.
Gotta get that cloud, baby.
No. Also, I'm very not cool with the fappening. So
the fappening is?
That's like get how they get Kate Upton's pictures from her phone.
It's so rude.
I'll joke about it, but actually, I think it's like I hate that.
I'll judge you right now, Dan Black. I think you love it, and I think it's bad.
You think I love the fappening?
You love the fappening, and it's bad.
I mean, no straight guy's not gonna like that. Like you can, it's like, oh, I'm watching Jennifer Lawrence on TV, and if I wanted, I can go look at her naked. Like, obviously that would be cool.
That?
But what's up?
Why would you want that?
Well, because if you're like sexually attracted to someone and I'm walking down I don't want to talk about this. The climate's too hot.
It is a little hot, but.
Why would I want it? I mean, like, just like, the same reason, like, if you're like, yeah, why Why would I want it? Like you're saying, why would I not? It's just seeing a beautiful woman naked.
Well, I've never watched someone on the screen, like watched a movie and been like, dang, what do they look like naked? And then like gone and Googled it. Like that's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never done that either, but I'm saying like I've never done, but I've been like, I've seen someone streaming like, oh man, they're great. And then you'd be like, I imagine that if I'm physically attracted to someone, that means that it probably means I would like to have sex with them, right?
I just think it's super
doesn't mean if I
weird.
act or whatever.
Like the whole Fappening thing is weird to me because it's like, I'm going to expose this person naked and they didn't ask me to do it. And it's like, well, why?
I mean,
why?
cracking into their, like, and putting it out there, it's like, that's criminal.
Yeah. Like, unless someone has put out naked pictures for me to look at, I'm truly like, I don't really care until you're like, ooh, Kim Kardashian is naked again. And I'm like, okay, I guess I could look at them titties again.
Kind of the cool thing is like now there are hacks are like hacks are becoming hack, where it's like it's just like there's people getting hacked for you're like, oh, all right, there's so many like I'm not even
like, yeah, I don't really care.
Like the first one was the big one, and then now it feels like you don't even hear about some of them.
Well, Sia was hacked, and someone was trying to sell her butt pictures somewhere, so she just tweeted them herself, and she's like, someone's trying to sell these little butt pics, and I'll tell you something. You can look at them right now.
Right.
Okay,
that's a
guess
good way
what,
to get ahead
Dan
of it.
Black, we are going to take a break right now,
okay,
and we will get back to the Fappening. And we're back. What a lovely break we took. Dan Black, God. I'm glad you didn't fucking leave. It would have been very bad for me. Okay, I want you to look at my Tinder.
I was in a very deep, I was in full REM. Yeah.
Full REM.
Yeah, I was in full REM.
I want you to look at my Tinder profile.
Hey, also, can I ask you one thing from before? On that Word doc, what's the weirdest thing on the Word doc? Because that Fappening came up because we were talking about, hey, let's get that Word doc. And on there, because you said you write down the men you have sex with.
Yes.
Sexual encounters with, by the way, because it could be. And then you write down what the acts were, right?
So it's broken up into people I've just hooked up with, which means just a kiss, or it's people I've slept with. The weirdest thing on it, I guess it would be when a bartender went home with me after St. Patrick's Day. Okay. And we fucked, and then right before he was like, I'm about to come, and I was like, okay, come. And he like pulled out, took his condom off, spider climbed up me, and came on my face.
Wow. Without asking?
Yeah, without asking.
That's a permission situation, am I right?
Yes. Yeah, if you can come on my face as long as you've asked, and honestly, you can't come on my face because I don't want it. Usually I'm wearing makeup, and I don't want it fucked up.
Wait, so you just said you can if you ask, but you said then you can't.
Here's the thing. If you ask and I say, sure, great, you could do it. But I'm saying me personally, I'll never say yes. I'm usually wearing makeup. I don't think I've ever had sex without makeup on. I won't do it.
You mean you got to be done up for your special day?
Yes, it's my special day. I'm having sex. I got to be done up for my special day. Yeah.
Oh my, all right.
Like if I'm doing a booty call, I will put makeup on.
I think you should. I think that's like. I think that makes sense.
I think it's a little insane, but.
I'm saying I understand why you do it. I'm not saying that you should have to.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I would like do my hair, I'd put a little gel in for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's nice. It's the effort that counts.
Yeah. Look, that's just all the ladies should know. I'm going to use a little bit of my expensive gel if I'm coming over.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't care what time of night it is. You're getting my mailing goats, and it's going in my hair. Sage cream. In the hair, in my wisps.
That's
okay.
nice. Let me tell you another weird thing.
Oh, yeah, doc. Please do. And as a matter of fact, feel free to share it with me. Move it over to the G Drive and share it. And then I'll, if you want, I'll go through it and maybe I'll. Well,
no, Dan, because I don't trust you. You'll release it to the world. There was one guy I met. The first time I got fingered was outside of a bar.
Oh, yeah.
When I was 18. It was outside the Blarney Stone by a small old Hispanic man.
Really?
Yep.
That's it. Wait. So was he in the bar or just a guy walking by the bar?
Honestly, he may have just been a guy walking past the bar.
And then how did the fingering get initiated?
I initiated. It was initiated.
Because, sorry, you got to break fingering inertia. You know what I mean? You had to get that momentum going. This was the first one.
Yeah.
And you've been getting fingered every day ever since.
I get fingered every single day. It's great. But I just remember being wasted. And all of a sudden, there was this little Hispanic man and my friend Evan going, Nicole, what are you doing? And we were like making out, and I was like, I don't know. And then I looked down, and I was like, oh, his hands are down my pants.
Oh, that sucks.
And then I was like, ooh, what a treat. It was.
Was it consensual? I mean, I mean,
this sounds like it wasn't.
You called him a little Hispanic man. I'm not sure. It doesn't sound consensual.
I think it was. I think after I realized what was happening, I was fine with it. Which maybe should not have been the way that went down. He maybe should have asked. But I don't know if he spoke English because he never spoke.
Yeah, that doesn't sound. Yeah, okay. You were probably cool with it in the moment.
It was fine.
Not everything is traumatic. You know, some things are just spontaneous.
They're just weird and spontaneous.
There's a fine line between spontaneity and trauma.
Honestly, yes.
Yes, I know.
That's very true.
It is true.
But yeah, I mean.
But for a guy,
yes.
the trauma part doesn't exist.
Trauma does exist for men.
No, I'm saying like, yeah, that is true. No, you're 100% correct. But I'm saying there's times in my life where any experience I've had like that when I was like in college or whatever, we're just like, this is happening. I don't know if I want this, but I'm fine with it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all right. This girl.
I think there's a lot of. I was talking to somebody about this, and he was like, I talked about this earlier. He said that the definition of consent has changed, and I was like, nah, bro. We just understand it better now.
Right.
Anytime someone's like, no thanks, bye-bye, like everything has to stop. Everything has to end. I never said no to that man. I realized what was happening. Was like, this is good for me. Another weird thing is I was making out with this guy. Yeah. And I had a...
Is he in the doc?
Yeah.
All right, because I don't want to hear it if it's not in the doc.
No, it's in the doc. I was wearing a feather earring, and he said, I want to wear the feather earring so everyone in this bar knows that I'm yours or something. So then he wore my feather earring all night, but then he didn't go home with me. And then he took my feather earring.
Is that sexual?
We made out. We made out for a little bit.
Oh, you made out. Okay.
Sorry,
I thought you were saying that. If because I want to know, is it penetration if your earring goes through the ear of a man?
Yes, I thought it was really sexual because my earring went through his hole.
Yeah,
so that's like the way I have sex with people. I'm trying to think of another weird thing.
Why don't we just bring it up? Bring up the Google Doc.
I can't. It's
a
at
Word
home.
doc.
It's a Word document. It's at home.
I love it. It's a Word doc.
I'm not putting it in Google.
No, the best part is that if someone wants to get it, they have to old school break into your house.
Yes.
Turn on your computer, like Zoolander style.
Yes.
And,
and
go into your computer.
The way it's labeled is not what you would think it is. It's not like Nicole Byer's sex list.
Oh, I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
It's listed as like stuff to do today.
No, it's actually labeled I trick men.
Oh,
because there's...
well, you just told me. Oh my God. I'm like, Millheiser, let me in. Is she gone?
No, you can't come to my house. Okay, read my Tinder profile.
Okay, I love your Tinder. First off, I haven't read anything yet, but I see that it's a picture of you. Have you described this to everyone before? Am I describing it?
Yeah, you're repeating it, but it's fine because I
you're
want your
holding like
opinion.
a monster dildo.
Yes.
Like one that no one uses. It's more of a novelty item, I would say, unless someone uses it. I mean, we got some. I mean, if proportionally, I'm seeing this thing is probably. It looks like it's like 5 inches around. No,
probably.
And
maybe more.
You're holding it, and you're kind of making like a sexy face towards it, but it's not deliberately a sexy face. But if you look, your shirt has a mouth and 2 eyes that are very excited, a wide mouth, like it wants to chomp your words. That's in quotes, chomp on the dildo, and the eyes literally have the spidey sense over each eyeball, like like they want to chomp on that dick. So, and in the back there's a Liechtenstein. So I think
there's a what?
Pop art.
What's it called?
It's like a Roy Lichtenstein painting.
Oh.
Lichtenstein?
Sometimes you pull out shit that I'm like, what? How? How do you know this?
Tremendously smart guy. One of the great brains. One of the great memories. That's how normal people speak, right? One of the great memories.
One of the great memories. Tremendous brain.
Tremendous brain. One of the great memories.
You're speaking just like the president.
Those are direct quotes.
Tremendously. Big brain.
One of the great memories. All right, so should I keep going through this?
Please.
So that's the first pic I see.
Yes.
Okay, and then you're also wearing. I just want to say you're wearing the wig with the curly wig.
Classic Nicole.
The one that I had no idea was a wig for. Remember that when we were on sketch?
Did I like pull it off?
You
and
took
you
it
were,
off
like,
one time and it
blown
kind
away?
of traumatized me. I was like, that's not a hair, because I'd watched you perform for years. You wore exclusively this one for a while.
Yes, because I didn't have any money.
Right.
That's the reason why I wore a wig, was because I was like, I want long hair, but I don't have no money. So I spent $40 and wore it for a year.
Because I was always like, I really love her hair. Obviously didn't approach you about it because I don't think a white man should be like, hey, what's up with your hair? And the last time I dealt with a black woman's hair, it was a story Phoebe told on Conan.
Really?
Which, well, it wasn't.
Oh, you're the man who picked up her extension?
Yeah. She was staying at my house and my dogs ate one of her dreads out of her hair. And then I got it from him. I chased him. I got it from her. And then I was like, hey, do you want this back? Like, I literally didn't know. I was like, is this garbage now? I had no idea.
Is this garbage now? It's very funny.
It was anyway. All right, so then I swipe.
I love that you're the man who did that.
That was me, yeah.
I wish she had said your name.
I think she said my friend Jamie, and she said her husband, maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
she might.
You don't have to be a nameless white man chasing another woman, chasing a dog around, trying to get a dread out of its mouth.
Yeah, especially when you're this
Name
well
him.
known of a talent.
Name him. He's been
Exactly.
in 49 things on IMDb.
I mean, 2 Girls, 1
He was in
Cup.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I played Tito in 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No, Dan, you played Tito in a Just original.
Oh, yeah. That was actually, that Just original, I think, was like when Mitt Romney, the joke was like, Mitt Romney's a bad guy. Think about how far we've come. It was like, Mitt Romney's an elitist, like a rich guy.
And now everybody be doing bad things.
Okay, wait. So I swiped another picture, but then I happen to look down. I see your age is 28.
Yeah, I can't change it. I don't know how. Facebook won't let me change it again.
That's your actual age, though, no?
Nah, bitch.
What?
30.
Oh, you're older than that?
Yeah.
Wait, so you can't change?
Well, the reason why it was 28 was because IMDb hadn't posted my age yet. So I was like, I'll put it younger. So, like, maybe people will think I don't know, acting, you don't want to be fucking old.
Right, now they think
now
you're lying.
It's like I'm a liar.
Oh, that's... I mean, that's not a big deal.
It's whatever.
I mean, you'll have to come clean if you find true love on here.
Well, I did, like, I met a guy and we went on we dated for like a month or two. And then I was just like, oh, P.S., my age is a lie. I'm 30. And he was like, that's fine. And I think I explained everything to him.
I'm sure that wouldn't bother me. Well, actually, you have a great story for why. It's not like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I'm just like trying to be like, I'm young. It was like, I just want the industry I'm in to not know how old I am so I don't get passed up for parts.
Right. All right, so here's the part. You say, I got a fat ass. So if you're not into it, and then the 3 clap emojis.
No, they're bye-bye emojis, you dumbass.
Bye-bye. That's why I was curious, because I was like...
They're bye-bye.
I was like, why are you plotting that?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
That's incredible that you don't know emojis.
I mean, I do know emojis, but I haven't used the bye-bye one.
Oh, well, that's
So I probably don't know emojis.
You don't know emojis?
Yeah, I'm not great with emojis. I mainly... well, we had a discussion.
Deal in words?
We had a discussion about emojis.
Yeah, you wanted to use black hands. Or no, you were mad at me for using black hands.
What did I say?
You said something about how I can't use black hand emojis, and
yeah,
I'm
that's
black.
what I said. Let's not paint this like it wasn't a joke. I didn't say you can't use black hands. But to me,
Yeah, you were absolutely kidding. It was definitely a joke.
Was that a
funny.
setting? Do you have to be like, I want my hands to be black in the emojis?
You go, Surrey, make my hands black. No, you can like choose.
I think I'm strictly yellow. I like, which is like the neutral, whatever. I guess
that's the neutral.
The neutral. I think I haven't switched it to be.
If you hold down on the yellow,
race
other
specific.
colors pick it up. Like it'll
pick up on your pattern that like you always go with black.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So. Okay. So, I like people with a sense of humor. Because life is too fucking long not to laugh. That's good. So that's. I mean, these are both genuine.
Yes.
This is genuine. So, what's the comedy like on Tinder in this profile part?
Oh God!
I gotta say, I like the layout here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
People either they'll think they're very funny. What are you giggling at?
The next line, because I just said it was genuine, and then the next line is DTF, down to figure skate or fuck or farm or fly a kite, whichever is easier.
Yeah, it's funny, and I'll tell you something. Men are not funny. They, sometimes people will think I'm not kidding. I've had numerous people go, there's an ice skating rink in Glendale. Do you want to, go? And I'll be like, yep. And they're like, okay, well, free skate is at this time. And I'm like, okay. And do you have to rent skates? Should we go a little earlier, or do you have your own? And I'm like, I'm kidding. I'm not a figure skater.
Right.
And then I've had people be like, oh, I grew up in Wyoming and I used to farm, blah, blah, blah. It's not easy.
Right.
What did you farm? And I'm like, I'm nothing.
I'm
not a farmer.
Yeah, that's the nightmare, I think, with, because, I think, what's your, I don't know how much you're going to talk about this, but I imagine.
I'll talk about anything.
I'm saying, dating within comedy, how much of that do you do?
Oh, boy.
And within UCB specific, because I feel like, not to sound like a weirdo, I know that gets dicey, but then I'm also like, those are the people I would connect with the most if I were to be a single person.
So in New York, I ran through a bunch of dudes.
Right.
I hooked up with a lot of guys. I never dated anyone, but hooked up with people. Moved out here, hooked up with some people, and then kind of just stopped doing UCB as much. I do my weekly show, and I'll do shows here and there.
Right.
So I don't have interactions with the.
You say when you got girl code and you started being successful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I was.
Let me brag for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Although your one interest on your profile is
my TV show.
Your TV show.
I know. It's because it's linked to Facebook, and I can't. I don't know how to change it. I don't know Facebook. Facebook is very hard, but I love Facebook because my show, Loosely Exactly Nicole, is on Facebook. So So I moved out here to LA. We're shooting Girl Code in New York. Was going back and forth, so then it was just hard to actually make a connection with people out here at UCB.
Absolutely.
Which would have been the time for me to get a boyfriend out of UCB or whatever.
Right.
And then male stand-ups have, I won't say all of them, a lot of them have a chip on their shoulder. They weren't attractive in high school, but they were funny. They weren't attractive growing up, but they were funny. So now girls will fuck them all the time because they get up on a stage and do a show. So they're not looking for a girl who looks like me, or a girl who does comedy, a girl who's competition or whatever. So stand-ups, I don't think I'd ever date a stand-up. I don't think it would ever happen.
Yeah. Well, I do stand-up, and I guess it's weird because my wife is a stand-up, so it's also everyone knows. But I also don't feel like I've even gotten at shows talk about the show format compared to a UCB show. Mm-hmm. Is this too specific for the podcast? No,
I don't think so.
I'm just saying I haven't met anyone where I think I can make a connection. Even I haven't seen that as being easy.
No, it's fucking hard.
Because people leave, they go do their spot, they leave. They're very much writing their notes down. They go up, no one watches each other, no one talks about it's very
very rarely
lonely.
do you make a connection with another stand-up. Although I will I feel like I have to prove myself every fucking stand-up show that I do.
Right.
Because I'll get on stage, and then it's a little uphill battle, and then I'll get them to laugh, and then I'll have a great set. And then a dude who's after me or who was before me was that was actually good. And I was you don't have to put the qualifier actually. You could just say it was good.
Yeah.
And I feel like it happens all the time. Give me my phone back.
Oh, yeah. I like the other pictures as well. Because I guess is the big thing in Tinder... people posting glamour shots.
Yeah, people want to post glamour shots. I get weirded out by dudes who only have selfies or dudes who only have pictures with their friends because I'm what are you? What are you doing? And it's Tinder leads for a lot of judgment. Everyone's judging each other.
Right. Yeah. I think when Tinder first came out, my friends, I remember feeling so left out. Right, I was my friends were going nuts on Tinder, and then and I wasn't I wish I was single so I could do this thing, but I was this is crazy. But then now everyone has a negative attitude towards Tinder. There was a while where everyone was It's like Twitter or whatever. Like Twitter was better before it was big, and then Tinder is probably the same thing.
Twitter's just a fucking nightmare minefield of like social justice warriors and then awful conservative people, and it's wild. So you think people should meet on Facebook?
No, I'm saying like I think that I know people who have like been connected on Facebook. Mm-hmm. There's more of a connection if you're like mutual friends on Facebook.
Sure, it is because you're like, oh, this person's friends with this person, so it's kind of like vetting them.
Is there any app that I'm sure this app exists that's just like, hey, you recommend friends?
Hinge.
Is that what that is?
Hinge goes off like mutual Facebook friends.
There's got to be one that's like more of a manual. Like it's kind of jank. It probably doesn't make that much money, but it's a little bit like old school matchmaker. Like I bumped into my friend the other day. Like here's an example. I bumped into my friend the other day, a mutual friend that we have, and I won't say her name because she's
Fine.
like, and she's like a famous person, and we were talking, and she was like, oh, I'm single, and then I thought of my friend, and I was like, oh. I would like to. I'm like, oh, that might maybe that would work out. I don't know, but what am I don't know how to like set, if there was an app that was just
set
like,
them up.
What if there was an app that I just like ping them to get? I just like press a button.
That's too much.
Bing.
Why don't you just, as a human being?
I don't want. It's too much work.
It's not too much work. You send 2 text messages.
Yeah.
Or you do a group text and then go text each other without me.
Okay. You see how out of it I am with the dating stuff?
There's a lot of apps, and I think maybe if people set each other up, that would be nice again. I know this nice man, and I can set you up, this nice man with this nice lady, but that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dan Black, if you were not married, would you date me?
Would I date you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You would?
Absolutely.
Oh, Dan, that's so nice.
Yeah, you're cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very few people have said yes.
Well, they say no. I mean, I think I could see some roadblocks.
There we go.
I mean,
there's a real answer.
But one thing I would say about our relationship that's really interesting is that you do give me shit in a way that like I appreciate, in a way that like is like how my wife gives me crap.
Well,
we talked about it right before we were recording.
Yes, because I think you're funny, and you need to be told things sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's like I get too whiny, and I get too, white angry or whatever. It's like, hetero white guy.
White angry.
I don't know what it's called.
Like Jay Farrow show, white famous.
I get too white famous, and sometimes I just get too white famous. So I appreciate. I'm saying like I can't date a girl who like I couldn't date a girl who's just like who's just gonna not give me any crap. You know what I mean?
Fair, yeah.
I had a friend break up with a girl for that because she was just like he was like. She doesn't like give me any crap for like playing video games in like the middle of the day and like.
That's so funny. He's like, I don't know. She just really accepts me for who I am, and I don't need that.
Yeah. I think I just know I need that. No. So yeah, I mean,
wow.
so let me.
Thank you.
What kind of guys have you had the most success dating? Is there a type or anything you could point to that we can get you towards the right kind of dude?
I mean, the guy I've had the longest relationship with was like a true blue sociopath. Like he was crazy. He would say one thing and do like another.
Right.
And he was bad, but like that's the longest relationship I've had.
Was he a sexual deviant?
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm just curious about that because.
What do you mean by sexual deviant?
Do you think you invite that kind of behavior? Because like you're so open and like, I don't know, you're like, it's always like, I'll chomp on that dick and this and this. Do you think that you invite that type of person?
Maybe. But then also,
I'm way underqualified to be like making these.
It's fine. You can play devil's advocate or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is it devil's? I don't know. Maybe I don't understand what devil's advocate is.
I'm playing like a psychologist.
Oh, a psychologist. Okay. Well, I mean, you do a lot of improv. A lot of improv scenes happen in therapists' offices or psychiatrists' offices. So you're
all great second beats.
Perfectly qualified to talk about this. I don't know. Maybe I do attract men who are like, oh, I got weird sex stuff, and she likes to talk about sex. So yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I think just from our relationship, I always think that you might have like an intimidating sexual energy.
Sure, I did date one guy who freaked out when he saw a dildo in my room. I have my
Yeah.
friend for my birthday got me a massive dildo. It's very big. It's a white dildo that's like about a foot tall and maybe like 8 inches around. It's wild looking.
Well, the blue one needs a friend.
Yes, the blue one. Well, I don't own the blue one. That was in a
Okay.
sex shop. But it's like in my room and it's like in between a bunch of books. And it's just like a dumb thing. And he was just like, wow, is that what you like? And I was like, no, it's not what I like. It's fine. And then I always have a dick earring in my ear. And he was like, wow, you really love dicks. And I was like, honestly, I do. They're very silly. So, I mean, yeah, maybe I like put out sexual energy in a way where like it's coming back to me with these like creepy weird dudes.
Well, I mean, like that. Yeah, it might be. It might be like, oh, energy attracting energy. Something that's a little bit more hippie than my brain like works on.
But like on the other hand, like I like weird, like not weird sex, but
Right.
like you don't do butt stuff. I'm here for butt stuff. Was that too much information to tell the world that you don't like butt stuff?
That I don't like butt stuff?
You don't like butt stuff.
Yeah, I'm not into butt stuff. I mean, I love a lady's butt.
But you won't let butt stuff be done to you.
No.
See, I'll do butt stuff to a dude.
I have no interest in that. If some girl was like, I really want to do that to you, I'd be like, all right, whatever. I mean, like, hey, like, you know.
I don't know. Last time we talked about this, you were like adamant about it. You're like, what? My wife, the mother of my future kids, you want her to eat my butt? It was honestly the funniest conversation we've had.
We were specifically talking about eating ass.
Yes.
So you were said fingers and then butt stuff. It's very vague. But I thought maybe it was like sculpting but I if like my wife wanted to like eat my ass, I couldn't do that to her. Like I couldn't. My ass is disgusting.
Wash it.
Even when I wash it, it's gross. I can't. I don't know what man has like not a gross ass.
I've encountered butts that weren't gross. Why is your butt so gross, Dan?
I don't know. That's where I take shits there. I sweat a lot there.
Yeah, but if you
my
wipe it
crack is
up,
hairy.
Wipe it up. It's fine.
Well, I read an article the other day that said wiping does not clear fecal matter. That you have to use like a
baby wipe.
Yeah. But why would we think that? Isn't that common sense? If you wipe with
It is nuts that we wipe babies with baby wipes and then we grow up and go, nah, paper will do.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Just to save money.
I use baby wipes.
Right.
I don't flush them though because that's bad for your plumbing.
Right, yeah.
So I use paper and then go over it with baby.
I just go paper towel. I rub it nice and raw, make sure it bleeds, and then I'm done. I don't stop until I strike blood.
Well, then I guess I would.
So I guess that's butt stuff.
So sad for Jamie if she had to eat your bloody butt.
I'm saying that maybe I'm a square in this way. I'll admit, maybe I'm a sexual square in this way. Is that a term? A sexual square?
You could be a sexual square.
I'm a sexual. Is that like I actually don't want my wife's face in my dirty asshole. I don't want anyone I respect, anything that I respect near my dirty asshole.
I don't understand why you call it your dirty asshole. Why can't you take a shower?
I shower so much. I showered twice already today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why?
I woke up, I went to the gym. I woke up, showered, went to the gym, came back and showered again.
Wait, you shower before the gym?
This is actually something I picked up. It's very wasteful and stupid, but it's something I picked up on from Jamie. She does it all. She does it.
She showers before the gym?
Yeah, sometimes I think like if I go early in the morning, it helps to have the shower to wake me up.
Fair.
Yeah.
What gym do you go to?
Well, I go to I got a couple things. I do some classes, but this morning I went to Barry's boot camp.
Oh yeah.
Which is I highly recommend it.
Barry's boot camp started in New York, in Chelsea. Barry came out here. Where is Barry? West Hollywood?
No, it's in Hollywood. There's one. I don't know, Hollywood and.
Let me see your arms. Your arms look bigger than normal.
Yeah,
you've been really working out, Dan.
I'm yoked up. Thanks to Barry's. Go to Barry's.com. I don't know what they're saying. I'm not sponsored by them at all.
Go to Barry's.com. Probably Barry'sBootcamp.com.
Yeah. But yeah, you're saying butt stuff to me. Yeah. I don't know. That's how I feel.
All right. I honestly think you should take a nice hot shower. fucking oil it up with some baby oil, back that ass up into Jamie and say, Jamie, go to town.
Okay, so what? I mean, tell me what you've done to a guy's asshole before.
I've fingered guys' butts.
You've eaten it?
Yes, I was getting there. I've licked a butt. I've put a butt plug up in there.
Right.
I've done a lot of butt stuff.
So the butt plug thing, I guess I could be convinced because I guess like it milks your prostate or whatever.
Yes.
But I haven't had any urge to have that done. But I mean,
you'll come really hard.
I'm sure I would like it, right?
You would love it. You would come very hard.
Right. So
I'm gonna buy you a butt plug, Dan.
if you buy me a butt plug, I will. I guess I'll use it. You heard it here, folks. If Nicole, but it can't look like that blue dildo though.
No. I'll get you a little baby one.
So, what were you saying? Oh, licking a butthole. So when you lick a butthole, you lick the sphincter.
Yeah.
Like that's the right. That's the focal point, right?
That's the butt.
Right. You're going right for that.
Yeah.
So let's say you were like trying to foreplay it to a butthole lick.
Mm-hmm.
You would kind of like lick the crack. You'd lick right. You'd start licking the lower back. Then you go. Then you go.
That's a lot. You're
cheek to cheek.
You're doing so much.
Then you do butt bongo, and then you right do a between the cheek. You motorboat the butt cheek.
Sure.
And then. This is what I'm picturing, okay?
Okay.
And you're in this, what I'm doing right here. And so, no, that's not you. That's
no,
creepy.
that's great.
That's
I'll be right up in there.
Well,
sure.
do I have consent to use you
yes.
in my...
Yeah, Dan, you have consent to use me in this scenario.
Okay, so then I'm... All right, so you're it's my butt. Okay. And do you have consent to use my butt?
Yes, we'll use your butt.
Okay, this is
I'm
great.
glad we got consent out of the way.
Okay, all right. I mean, you can never be too careful.
Can't be too careful.
You can never get too much consent. I mean that, seriously.
You heard it here first from Dan Black. You can never get too much consent.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I definitely have in college was like, I've been like, hey, you want.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
All men should do that.
Yeah.
You should always check in with somebody and be like, this is still okay, right? Yes? Good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I talk
Black,
about.
you're a good boy.
I talk about it a little bit in my stand-up, but
you're a very good boy.
So all right. So then when you get to the asshole, right?
Yes.
Then what do? You turtle it. You go. You know, like a turtle's tongue, like kind of pokes it.
You could turtle it.
And then what do I feel there?
Or you could just lick it.
Do I have like...
It's a fun sensation. It's a new sensation. If a lady licks your butt and jerks you off at the same time, that's nice. So I'm told.
That's a rusty trombone. Am I wrong?
What? A rusty trombone?
Isn't that what that is? Like
I don't know.
Right? Is that literally what...
I wish we were recording this. What a treat to see Dan Black do.
Well, because like the asshole looks like the mouthpiece of a trumpet.
Yep, and
or
then
trombone.
You're blowing into it. Yeah, I guess so. A rusty trombone. So I'm just rusty tromboning dudes all day, every day.
So you've given a rusty trombone.
I've rusty trombone so many times.
Right. Now, I believe a rusty trombone will also leave remnants of a dirty Sanchez.
What's a dirty Sanchez
I believe,
again?
isn't that just like...
That's just shit on your face?
I think it's like shit on your face.
Like a shit mustache?
I don't actually know. I never found any of that stuff that funny, so I never like looked into it.
Well, I'll tell you this.
But I'll tell you, I'm having fun with it now.
I've never had a dude have like shit. I've never been shit on.
Right, yeah, that's my question. So when you taste shit though, when you put the thing
No.
on, I guess you don't know what shit tastes like. It might not taste as bad as it smells.
Wait, I don't know what shit tastes like.
Right? So maybe shit actually tastes great. And that's why people eat ass.
Have you ever eaten shit?
No. No, let me think back though. No, I've taken shit from so many bosses in my days, but I've never eaten shit.
I've never tasted poop. I don't think so. I think you would know if you've tasted poop.
Right.
I don't. Now I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I've eaten butts, but I don't.
Yeah, so I'm saying you don't get concerned. All right,
well,
so the guys. All right, here's my.
The only time I've ever eaten a butt is if his hair is wet when I've come over, because it means he just took a shower.
Wait, so do you want to do that for you, or do you want to do that for them? Do you know what I'm saying?
I've had my butt eaten.
I know. Well, that I believe.
But I always I shower before sex, unless it's a one night stand. And if I'm having a one night stand, please don't eat my butt because it's been a long day. But I will wash my puss a little bit. If I go home with someone from a bar, I always wash my pussy before I leave. Or in
Leave
their
the bar?
bathroom. Yeah. Or
So
in the
you
bathroom.
go into the bathroom and clean your vag?
Well, I'll just like wipe it with like a paper towel. Just be like, here,
Just to make sure.
Just to like,
Clean it up.
clean it up a little bit. You've been sitting on it for a while.
Interesting.
Or if I like go to a dude's
I
house and he's
appreciate
got
that.
like baby wipes, I'll baby wipe it.
I like that.
I can't, I don't want to serve up, stinky puss.
You know what it is for me?
What?
I think this is part of my personality is like I smoke weed, drink alcohol.
Drink alcohol. You drink beer.
I drink beer, love a nice beer. You want to talk about beer? Should we switch topics?
Yeah,
Because
let's
when you talk
talk
about beer,
about
my manliness
beer.
kicks in. I just want to talk about a beer. I love the foam at the top. All right. And like when I'm drunk,
Yes.
I'm like, this is awesome. I smoke weed. I'm like, this is amazing. And I don't feel the need to do other drugs. Like I don't need to go past that. I'm like, this
Okay.
is like awesome.
What do you mean?
So
What are you
I think
talking
I
about?
love. I like
you love front sex.
vaginal intercourse.
Front sex.
I'm a big fan.
You love
so
front sex.
like to me, I haven't got sick of that. I mean, there's also
Okay.
oral sex. There's all that. So, but I do want to get back to your thing because
Okay.
so when you lick a guy's butt, that's because you're like you want to do that for you. You get off on it.
No, I've never gotten off on licking a guy's butt. Unless it's like I like him so much, I get off on pleasing him. I'm a
Right.
pleaser. I like to please people.
But no, that I get if you like the guy. But I'm
Yes.
saying have you gone home have you done a one night stand
no,
where
I've
you lick a butt?
never gone home with a dude that I didn't know and licked his butt. Are you kidding?
Right.
That butt, I don't fucking know where that butt's been.
Right.
Give me that showered butt. That butt I know.
Do you ever demand a guy take a shower? You ever go out with a guy, he stinks a little bit, you're like, I just need to fuck this guy, and you're like, will he take a shower?
No, I've never fucked a stinky guy. Well, I've sucked a stinky dick. But I've never fucked a body odored man. I went on a date with this guy who smelled like a dish rag, and I just didn't continue the date. Like I had dinner, but then we were supposed to go mini golfing,
Right.
And I was like, I can't do this, so I faked a phone call. It was I should have won an Oscar,
Right.
but yeah. Well, we've come to the end.
Okay.
Dan, do you have anything you want to plug?
I mean, if you like pro wrestling, check out my podcast. It's the Comedians and Wrestling Podcast. If you have a friend who likes comedy and likes professional wrestling, you can listen to that. But yeah, I mean, I host a stand-up show called Day Night at UCB, and and you can see me in Two Girls, One Cup. I'm playing Tito. Tito's the guy who he's the guy who procures the cup.
He's the one who is going store to store trying to figure out if they'll sell him one cup.
He's looking for the right cup.
He's just looking for the right cup. Is it a mug? Does it have a handle?
You guys know Indiana
Ceramic,
Jones?
plastic.
The Last Crusade, where you got to choose the right cup.
Never seen it.
That's what we had to pick which cup was Jesus' cup. That's what I did.
Never seen
I had to
it.
choose the right cup to hold the shit.
You can also see Dan Black Tuesdays, 7 p.m., UCB Franklin, in a show called Tuesday Club. And if you like this podcast, you can subscribe and rate it 5 stars. And if you rate it 5 stars and you hit on me in the comments, I'll read it on a podcast. If you say something like, ooh, all this ass talk makes me want to dig in your ass, or something like, ooh, baby, you are a stack of bricks and I'd like to build you into my dick. That was bad. I'm trying to come up with them on the top of my head. Usually I read them, but nothing good has happened this week. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.